Hello, my name is Jay, and today I would like to introduce Notificator. It is a stack for RapidWeaver which displays growl-like messages on a web page. Let us go through the steps necessary to place Notificator properly on a page and through all the settings and customizing options which it offers. Let's get started. To begin, let us have a look at Notificator in edit mode. To the left, you see a rough representation of how the message will look later. It is mainly meant to show the text formatting as well as the optional icon and the color settings. To the right, you can see information which is only visible in preview, like its trigger, how long it is showing on the page, whether it can be closed by the user, and its position. Now let us have a look at the settings. For the effects to be visible, I will now switch over to preview mode. In the title field, you enter the headline of the message. Under text, you enter the message text. The actual notification window is relatively small, as you can see, and you should keep title and text as short as possible, together not exceeding 3 lines. You can use HTML to emphasize title and text like this, like for example bold. And here we are with a bold title line. With the trigger drop-down, you can select what actually triggers the message to display. You have the options on-page load, as you've seen now already. And as the name indicates, the message is displayed immediately as soon as the page is fully loaded. Next, you can select delay, which means the message shows after the given delay, in this case 5 seconds. Then scroll position. Let's switch over to edit mode, and here on the prepared leave intent page, I'll position a notificator here on the page and say scroll position. Let's go to preview, and now we scroll and the message appears as soon as the position of Notificator on the page reaches the top of the browser window. Back to our normal mode. And finally we have leave intent as a trigger, which means as soon as the stack detects my mouse leaving the browser window or approaching the navigation bar, the message appears. This can work as a call to action tool, but let's be honest, it is not as clever as the ones on the market, and it is therefore marked experimental. You can also additionally define a delay for the message to disappear. Currently it's 1 second after my mouse leaves the window, the message comes up. Okay, let's go over to the transition drop-down, where you can select the way the message shows up and disappears. We've already seen the option fade a few times now. We have slide up and slide down, which looks like, oh, we're still on leave intent, but doesn't matter. And slides down. Okay, let's just go back. And we have what's called plain, which is just popping out of the corner and going back into the corner. The next 2 checkboxes are important settings for the interaction with your user. Allow to close enables a close mark in the message, and the user can close it at any time. Now we're taking it off, and the user has to look at it until its time is up. If we then additionally switch off hide automatically, the message stays on the page indefinitely, and the user can't even close it, which is quite mean. Now we set it on allow to close, it shows up, until the user decides to close it. There we go. And next, hide automatically means that the message shows up until the hide after time is used up. It's currently set to 5 seconds, which is the default, but you can set it to, for example, 1, which is pretty quick, or 10 seconds, or even longer if you want your user to have enough time to notice the message and react to it. The number given in the stack field defines how many messages are allowed to show at the same time. This means that additional messages will push out older messages at the top. We're currently on trigger leave intent, and the stack is set to 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are allowed. And if I move more, and there should be more messages at the same time, you can see that the oldest messages are just pushed out. I can set this to 2, for example. And then I can only see 2 messages at one time. Important is to know that if you have more than one notificator stack on a page, the setting of the last one on the page overrides all previous ones. That means if I have one on the page which is 5, and then later there's a notificator stack which is set to 2, this one will override the setting of the first one. Okay, next one is the position drop-down. This is where you can select where in the browser window the message will be displayed. You can select between bottom left, which we've seen all the time now, then bottom right. We're still on leave intent, that's why it didn't show up just now. I'll go over to on page load, that makes it easier. Bottom center, top left, top right, top center, and middle center. Okay. Next one is the text alignment drop-down, which is currently set to left, so the text inside the window is aligned to the left. You can also choose to show it on the right and in the center of the little window. And now for the fun part. The icon drop-down gives you the choice between 4 predefined icon and color schemes, as well as none and custom. None means that no icon will be displayed, and this color scheme is defined with the settings below. Basically what we've seen all the time. We can freely select the background color, the text color, and set the behavior as well as the color of the loader bar. Let's do that now quickly. Set the background color to something really nice like a blue, dark blue. Okay, shows already up. Then the text color, let's say we like purple. It's Easter. We can now decide whether we want to show this little loader bar, which we've seen all the time walking past, or we decide to not show it, just depending on your taste. And of course you can set the color of the loader bar to something matching, like light blue. This is what it is. Okay. Similarly, we have the custom icon setting, which is really fun. Here you get an additional entry field where you can enter the code for a font awesome icon. For example, FA heart or FA bell. You can even enter FA spinner together with the FA spin command. FA spinner here. FA spin. Here we have a spinning icon, and you can even top it with the FA pulse command. Now you have the pulsing spinner. Okay, for the other options here in the icon drop-down, you can have an info box, which is predefined. Nice blue with an info icon. A warning box, a yellowish box with an exclamation mark as the warning sign. Oh my god, this loader color is really getting to me here. An error box with an error sign here. And finally a success box, green with an OK mark here. Now you have learned everything about Notificator. I hope this video gave you some valuable insight. If you like Notificator, you might also be interested in my other stacks. Please follow the link below this video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.